Hi Spanish learners! Welcome to another episode of Spanish Academy TV. Today we're putting Spanish lessons on pause and we'll be having a fun history lesson instead. Ready to learn a lot of amazing facts about Spanish flags? Let's go! You may be wondering, how fun are flags? Normally, when we learn about different countries, we have to memorize their flags, and that's not so fun. But if the Big Bang Theory TV show has taught us anything, it's that flags are fun, and that the Schrödinger cat is cool. But that's for another story. Let me introduce you to the fascinating world of Spanish flags. It's a window into a rich and fairly bloody history, politics, and cultural values of each country that they represent. By learning about Spanish flag symbols, you'll discover the world that existed in the past of these countries. Keep this in mind while we take a look at all the Spanish flags and the hidden meanings behind them. First, let's define where we can find Spanish flags, because there are at least 4 countries in the world where Spanish is a significant minority language and should not be entirely ignored. Those countries are Andorra, Belize, Gibraltar, and the United States of America. Clearly, Spanish has had a big impact on these 4 countries. Even so, for the purpose of this video, we will only focus on the countries that recognize Spanish as an official language. So, how many countries in the world do you think have declared Spanish as their official language? 10 maybe? 15? Well, if you said 21, kudos to you, because that's the number of countries or territories worldwide that set Spanish as their official language. Here you have them in order from highest to lowest populations. They are Mexico, Colombia, Spain, Argentina, Peru, Venezuela, Chile, Ecuador, Guatemala, Cuba, Bolivia, Dominican Republic, Honduras, Paraguay, El Salvador, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Puerto Rico, Panama, Uruguay, and Equatorial Guinea. Following a strict alphabetical order, we are starting with Argentina. Can you believe that this beautiful flag was designed by a general? Well, Manuel Belgrano led Argentina to independence from Spain in 1812. And it seems that back then, there were no graphic designers around, so it fell on the country's founding father to do it, and he nailed it. The blue horizontal bands around the central white one stand for the sky that opened between the clouds during the liberation movement. Man, that guy was an artist. The Sol de Mayo, or Sun of May, was added as a national emblem in 1818. It is a tribute to the native Incas who worshipped the sun god Inti. They believed that he was a direct descendant of the sun, the Incans, not the Argentinians, that is. Bolivia. Bolivia is quite a unique country. It's the only landlocked nation in the Americas, and it's also the only one that offers us 2 flags. The original flag has represented the nation since it was adopted in 1851, and it's the one that you just saw on the screen. The red band represents the brave soldiers of Bolivia who fought for independence. The yellow stands for the wealth of mineral deposits found in Bolivia's soil. Finally, the green represents the nation's rich vegetation. And now, my favorite flag of them all. The Huipala became the national flag just in 2009, and it's used in concert with the original flag at all times. The 49 squares of the rainbow are symbols of 7 central concepts. Stay with me, this is deep. Red represents the earth and the Andean man, orange society and culture, and yellow energy. Also, the white stands for time, green natural resources, blue the heavens, and finally violet for Andean government. If there were a poll about the best flag in the world, I'm pretty sure this one would win. Next. Nope. It's not the Texas flag, it's Chile's. But I don't blame you if you thought so. They are very similar. However, their stories are not, as Chile's tricolor single-starred banner reveals the values that the country presently holds. The single star represents the powers of the government, which is a representative democracy. The blue behind the star represents the Pacific Ocean, whose waters flank the western shoreline from north to south. The white represents the Andes Mountains, which can be seen from essentially any point from within the country. And the red stands out as a reminder of the blood spilled during the War of Independence against Spain in 1818. Beat that, Texas! The Colombian flag is often confused with the Venezuelan and Ecuadorian flag due to the same color pattern of horizontal bands in yellow, blue, and red. The yellow band symbolizes freedom and justice. The blue stands for loyalty as well as the contact that Colombia makes with two oceans, while the red stands for the blood of the battles for independence, which stirs a sense of victory and pride among its people. The flag was established in 1861 and has been in use ever since. As you can see, the colors of the Costa Rica flag are horizontal bands of red, blue, and white. The left side of the red stripe displays the national crest, but don't let this video fool you. In reality, those shiny flares are not there. This is a shield with three mountains that separate the Pacific and the Caribbean Sea. On each side of the ridge are sailboats that represent trade with the rest of the world. The 7 stars at the top represents the different provinces within the country. Above the shield is a ribbon of blue, on which reads the words Central America. Now, an interesting fact about triangles brought to you by Spanish Academy TV. In the former Spanish Empire, flags of colonized nations often included triangles to represent the interests of Freemasons. They were once considered the most powerful of all secret societies. Cuba, as you may guess. Cuba's flag boasts a triangle as a memory of the power held by the Freemasons over its government. Then the blue stripes symbolize the Spanish military rule over Cuba. The country had tried to claim its independence until 1898 had gained little freedom. It represents this with the white stripes on the flag that stand for patriotism. In 1898, the Spanish-American War brought Cuba support from the USA, and their battle was finally won. The single white star, the Estrella Solitaria, stands for their independence as a nation. Dominican Republic, one of only 2 Spanish flags that are divided into 4 parts. The Dominican Republic flag bears a large white cross as a symbol of its strong religious influence. A Christian-based secret society called La Trinitaria, I love secret societies, urged on revolution for independence from the newly independent Republic of Haiti. The leader of this society was Juan Pablo Duarte, the man who eventually designed the flag that would fly for the first time in 1844. Surprisingly enough, the blue doesn't represent the ocean, but liberty. The red is the blood, as usual, of the national heroes, and white is for salvation. The coat of arms says Dios, Patria, Libertad, which means God, Fatherland, Liberty. In the middle of the shield, there is a Bible and a yellow cross. Many people believe that the pages of the Bible open to the Gospel of John 8:32, which states, "Y la verdad nos hará libre," and the truth will make us free. One of the most complex and interesting flags so far, don't you think? This is the second flag from the 3 countries that formed the Confederation of Gran Colombia immediately after achieving independence: Venezuela, Ecuador, and obviously Colombia. That's the reason the flags of these 3 countries are so similar. Ecuador views the significance of its flag's colors somewhat differently than the other Gran Colombia countries. Yellow represents both the sun and gold of their ancestors. Blue is the sky and sea of Ecuador, as it also celebrates their liberation from Spain. The red holds steady in its symbol for the blood lost by their patriots in their efforts during the revolution. I'm guessing these Latin American founding fathers were not the most original flag designers of their time. Ultimately, flags are the most important symbol of a country and can express their uniqueness. As you can see, flags are real windows into each country's history and values. Knowing more about our flags lead us to better understand the origins of our national pride. Practice talking about the flags with a native Spanish-speaking teacher by signing up for a free class at Homeschool Spanish Academy, or learn more about Latin American culture by visiting our blog. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like and be sure to subscribe to our channel for all Spanish learning updates. Hasta pronto!